What's up, guys? It's Faded. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing awesome as always. As a lifelong NASCAR fan, this video has been something that I've wanted to work on for literally the longest time now. And now that I have the chance to, it's time to talk about my home track, the Magic Mile New Hampshire Motor Speedway. So to open things up here, I like to think of this track as the Jumbo Paperclip, given it's basically a stretched out Martinsville, and that track already has the nickname of the Paperclip. So with that said, this mile-long track has given us some pretty consistent racing over the years and is now actually back on the playoff schedule as of 2025. There will be a September race run for the first time since 2018, which is very good news for someone like me. So this track is located in Loudon, New Hampshire, and it's played a significant role in the sport's northeastern expansion while also presenting teams and drivers with a distinct challenge due to its flat layout and multi-use capabilities. So to give a little bit of an overview and a history lesson, if you will, the track was first opened all the way back in 1990, so this track is actually 35 years old this year, and it was the site of the former Briar Motorsports Park. The current owners of the track are Speedway Motorsports Incorporated, who have owned the track for over 15 years now. The sale of the track to SMI was finalized on January 11th of 2008, and with this purchase, the track was subsequently renamed from New Hampshire International Speedway to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And as stated earlier, the track is 1 mile in length, 1.058 miles to be exact, hence the name the Magic Mile. The track is built on a purely asphalt surface, with the banking and the turns being anywhere from 2 to 7 degrees and the straights having 1 degree of banking. So to give you an idea of just how big New Hampshire Motor Speedway is, think about the other places it's competing with, very popular venues such as TD Garden and Gillette Stadium. You are currently looking at the largest of the three. The Magic Mile used to sit over 90,000 people before renovations took place, but it still seats around 76,000 people. And unlike many NASCAR ovals, this track is relatively flat, which puts a big premium on driver precision and braking. Another track that this one is commonly compared to is Phoenix Raceway, this being due to its short, flat nature, but it's larger and has its own quirks. This track is known for its heavy involvement in NASCAR. The first Cup Series race was hosted back in 1993, 31 years ago. Rusty Wallace won the inaugural race, and since that point, it has typically hosted 1 to 2 Cup races a year until, like I said in the beginning, 2018, when it was reduced to a single annual Cup date and later pulled from the playoff schedule. But now it's back. And now that we've gotten all of the technical stuff out of the way, let's look back on some historic Magic Mile moments. To start here, we have 1996. This was during Robbie Gordon's rookie season. He would end up crashing during practice and would suffer a head injury, and this would actually end up highlighting early safety concerns at the track and precede 2 untimely deaths at this track. Both had the same circumstances surrounding it, and that's what we're going to cover in this next clip. Next up, we have the year 2000, and this track would see the untimely death of 2 drivers, Kenny Irwin Jr. and Adam Petty. Both were killed in separate accidents at the Speedway, and both of their deaths would lead to NASCAR mandating the use of restrictor plates at the track for a short time and accelerated the adoption of safety innovations like the Safer Barrier and the Hans device. Next up is the 2011 Lennox 301, and I remember watching this race when it happened. Ryan Newman would put together a masterful strategy finish. He would hold off a hard-charging Tony Stewart to get a very, very clean win on limited fuel and etch another great win into the legacy of Rocketman. A lot of these moments didn't come without serious preparation and track knowledge. Loudon's flat banking means that drivers need to brake harder and earlier than on the steeper tracks. This rewards both drivers with road course or short track skills and teams who have their setups dialed in perfectly. Said flat corners also promote tighter racing due to limited passing zones and constant bump and runs, putting high stress on the brakes and tires, making it all the more important for the drivers to be economical with their brake and tire consumption. This track is located in Loudon, New Hampshire, which has notably a cooler ambient climate than other short tracks on the calendar. The resulting track grip varies with temperature and rubber buildup on both dates. It tends to be a lot more taxing on tires during the July race as they're in the peak of summer. And then later in the year, when it's back on the playoff schedule in September, the fall climate means cooler weather and not as much temperature and rubber buildup. So the track varies, and it really is anyone's game. The inclusion of this track on the Cup Series calendar was NASCAR's way of penetrating into that northeastern market and really helped to get some more eyes on the sport. It gave NASCAR a permanent home in New England, and it's a region previously underrepresented in national motorsports. This allowed NASCAR to tap into Boston area sports fans, attract regional sponsors and media coverage, and to support the local feeder series such as the Whelen Modified Tour and the ARCA Menard Series. And it's also a landmark for driver development too. The flat track helps to simulate conditions similar to Phoenix and Martinsville that I mentioned earlier, and it provides a testing ground for driver discipline and precision, as many young drivers cut their teeth here in the said feeder series, ARCA and Whelen. Now, the track is definitely not without its controversy. There was a 2-year span at the start of the new millennium where NASCAR ran restrictor plates at this track due to the fatal crashes of Adam Petty and Kenny Irwin Jr. that I mentioned earlier. And this would prove to be a bad move, as racing quality would be significantly stifled on a track where it was already very difficult to pass on. And many people continue to call for reconfigurations or repaving of the track due to said lack of passing. And while this isn't an issue anymore as we're back to 2 dates now, SMI would scrap one of the 2 Cup dates and move it to Las Vegas. Now, in terms of the future and current efforts to keep interest in the track up, the racing quality has been improved. PJ1 traction compound was applied to widen the grooves and improve racing, and in addition, promotional events were increased in an effort to draw more fans in year-round. The track also has a significant presence in iRacing too, and that helps to maintain virtual engagement with fans and sim racers. So to wrap things up here, the Magic Mile could be dubbed a thinking man's track. Speed is not the priority on a track where the top speed on the straights is around 160 miles an hour. It's more so about racecraft, consistency, and car control. Because while it may not deliver the same level of chaos that a Talladega or a Bristol could, it does provide a unique challenge because of its design and serves as a key piece of NASCAR's geographical diversity. While others may scoff at its presence on the calendar, I still believe it's one of the more nuanced and respected venues on the NASCAR calendar. So that's going to do it for today's video. What are your opinions on the track? Have you seen any races in person or watched any on TV before? Let me know what you guys think. While you're at it, consider dropping a like and getting subscribed with notifications turned on so you never miss a new upload. But that's going to conclude things here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in whatever video I upload next. Take care.